I'm Bayman Mike, and thanks for joining me in the fog for my first ever commentary video. Today I will be talking about the recent changes to some perks, as well as what I think behavior should do to toolboxes. So let's just hop right into it. With the release of the D&D chapter, behavior nerfed many gen slowdown perks in the game, including Pop, Pain Res, and even Grim Embrace for some reason. We really didn't need to touch that though. The problem with this is that they didn't compensate by nerfing any of the gen rush options on the survivor side. No, instead they leave annoying perks the way they are, such as hyperfocus. I mean, seriously, how do you leave this untouched when it can cause gens to finish in 35 seconds? And sometimes less. They even buff one of the perks, as now weaving spiders only takes half the time it used to, now being 60 seconds with just one survivor. While this isn't that big of a deal, and I am glad they buffed it as it'll cause a bit of variety in my matches, it certainly won't help anyone against gen rushing. The problem with them addressing gen slowdown but not gen rushing is that now the survivors will just be able to breeze through the match as there is not enough gen slowdown to prevent it. This got me thinking about toolboxes and how behavior should have handled them. Now, answer me this. Why is it we see keys get completely reworked, flashlights get the insta-blinds removed, and get a buffer which, let's be honest, they should just get rid of anyway? And even medkits get majorly adjusted, which I personally wasn't a fan of. Not because of what they previously did, but what they now do seems too stale, as a 5% difference between the rarities is boring and gets just stale over time. But that's a topic for another day. I just don't see how these items can get so many changes, and yet toolboxes only get a small nerf to BMPs, which, depending on how you look at it, could actually be a shadow buff, as now the progress can't be removed. So, how do we fix this problem as an item that simply speeds up the objective is completely and utterly ridiculous? Well, here's my proposal. First off, a small but necessary change that should be made to jeweled boxes is a rarity rework, as there's no reason the green Commodious should be better than the purple Engineer's toolbox. That said, we should instead adjust toolboxes to be based around sabotaging instead of repairing. While yes, it can be annoying to have someone sabotage right in front of you, it's not as infuriating as having gens fly just because the survivors brought in an item before the game even started. Plus, you can almost always just see the survivor sabotaging and simply go to a different hook. But that's not all, as there are many other things we could have toolboxes do in the game instead of repairing, such as, for instance, making them a form of built to last, where you can use toolboxes to fix items over a small interact time of, say, 5 seconds, to repair a flashlight, key, medkit, or map, transferring 5 charges over to them while keeping the ability to sabotage hooks with toolboxes. That way, players still can use the toolboxes for something. You could even give them the ability to upgrade an item found in the trial, such as fixing the broken key and turning it into a dull key, or making your yellow flashlight into a green one. Now, I'm not going to go on and on for add ons, but I do have one in mind for a replacement of the BMP. With this add on, you could fix a single pallet through an animation of, let's say, 10 to 20 seconds, causing the toolbox to instantly consume on use. There's just so much behavior could do, and it's sad to see them just resort to the speeding up the gens option. I hope you enjoyed the video. As the fog clears, so shall I. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.